Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will going to see a Kruskal-Wallis test with example. Kruskal-Wallis test is a non-parametric alternative for one-way ANOVA when the normality assumption is violated. Kruskal-Wallis test, non-parametric alternative for one-way ANOVA. When the normality assumption is unjustified means not satisfied, then the alternative procedure to one-way ANOVA is Kruskal-Wallis test. The assumption of ANOVA is the sample must came from a normal population. When this assumption is not satisfied, then use Kruskal-Wallis test. The hypothesis in Kruskal-Wallis test is null hypothesis H0 is there is no significant difference between different treatments versus alternative hypothesis H1 is at least two treatments differ significantly. It is just like your one-way ANOVA. In one-way ANOVA also, your hypothesis is like this. Now, this same hypothesis we can define like this. The population medians of all groups are equal versus at least two groups population medians are not equal. So here in Kruskal-Wallis test we take ranks. That's why here we are considering the medians. But in one-way ANOVA we consider means because there are values are given. But in this case we will going to take a ranks. That's why here we are taking medians. So H0 is population medians of all groups are equal versus at least two groups population medians are not equal. The same hypothesis we can define in terms of median like this. Or the same hypothesis we can define like this also. The samples or groups are from identical population. Means suppose there are more than two groups and whether these groups are from identical population or not. Versus alternative hypothesis is at least one of the sample or group comes from a different population than the others. So in these three ways we can define the hypothesis in Kruskal-Wallis test. Procedure of Kruskal-Wallis test. Now, the first step is assign the ranks Rij to the observations Yij. Suppose observations are given and we denote the observations by Yij. Then assign Rij ranks to these observations Yij with the smallest observation having rank 1. Means give rank 1 to the smallest observation. Step 2 is if there are ties, means observations having same value, then assign the average rank to each of the tied observation. Means suppose we have observations, suppose we have observations 45 and 45. So the observation having same value and we have to assign the ranks to this one. Suppose the ranks are, suppose this is ranks 6th observation and this one is 7th one. So don't assign these ranks 6 and 7. Assign average rank. So assign average of these two average of these two is 6 plus 7 by 2, which is 6.5 and 6.5. And for next observation, assign the rank 8. Alright. So this means like this. If there are ties observation, then assign the average rank. Take sum of the ranks of ith treatment or groups and denote it by Ri dot. Means R1 dot means sum of the ranks of the first group. R2 dot means sum of the ranks of the second group, like this. So find out this Ri dot. Next step is, if there is no ties, then use this test statistics H, where capital N means total number of observations. You know Ri dot means sum of the ranks due to ith group. Ni means number of observations in the ith group, or we can say number of observations in the ith treatment. So put all these values, then you can find H, the test statistics, when there is no ties. And if there is a ties in the ranks, then use this formula. So here S square is obtained by using this one. Here capital N means total number of observations, Rij means ranks given to the observations. So find out S square, put here, and you will get this H. After finding this H, value of test statistics, under H naught, this H follows chi-square distribution with A minus 1 degrees of freedom. A means number of groups or number of treatments. And if your calculated value means your calculated value is greater than table value, then we reject the H naught. Alright. So what is your H naught? H naught means there is no significant difference between different treatments. And H1 is at least two treatments differ significantly. So when your calculated value is greater than table value, means your H is your calculated value and this is the table value. This table value obtained from table of chi-square distribution. So this table value obtained from table of chi-square distribution. So reject H naught at level of significance alpha if your calculated value is greater than table value. Now we will going to see one example. See this example, and teacher sets 3 question papers and distribute them randomly to their students. After evaluation of answer books, following marks are obtained to students. So teacher sets 3 question papers and distribute them among the students. And this first question paper distributed among the 6 students, second question paper distributed among these 5 students, and third question paper distributed among these 6 students. And these are marks obtained to that students. Now the question is, the teacher would like to know whether the 3 sets are equally difficult by testing equality of test marks and carry out the appropriate procedure. They had not given which procedure we have to use. We want to find whether 3 sets are equally difficult or not. How we can find this one? We can find using by setting H naught as mu1 is equal to mu2 is equal to mu3 versus H1 as mu I is not equal to mu j for at least one pair I comma j. So by setting this hypothesis, mu1 means, suppose average of this first group, Mu2 means average of this second group and mu3 means average of this third group. If averages are equal, then we can say average marks are equal, then we can say the three sets of question papers are equally difficult. If averages are not equal, means this H0 is rejected. If this H0 is rejected and H1 is accepted, this means these three question papers are not equally difficult. So like this conclusion we can draw, but which procedure we have to use? In this case, there are three groups are given. So we can use one-way ANOVA if normality assumption is satisfied. Otherwise, if normality assumption is not satisfied, then we have to go for non-parametric alternative for one-way ANOVA, which is Kruskal-Wallis test. So first check the normality. To test whether parent population is normal or not, use Shapiro-Wilk normality test. I used here R software to test the normality. In Shapiro-Wilk test, the null hypothesis is the parent population is normal and the alternative hypothesis is the parent population is not normal. If this hypothesis is accepted, then go for one-way ANOVA, and if this hypothesis is accepted, then go for Kruskal-Wallis test. So, enter the first test marks in variable x by using combine function. Enter the test 2 marks in variable y and test 3 marks in variable z. And use this command Shapiro.test of x. We can use Shapiro.test of y and z also. If one of the population does not follow normality, then don't use one-way ANOVA. Go for Kruskal-Wallis test. So here, the value of test statistics W is this one. Value of test statistics W is 0.78273 and p-value is 0.0408. We know if p-value is less than 0.05, then reject H0. Actually, we are taking the level of significance is 5%. So, then reject H0. In this case, your p-value is 0.04087. Now, this is less than 0.05. Therefore, we are rejecting H0. We are rejecting H0 means we are accepting H1. This means the parent population is not normal. So, this is our last conclusion from Shapiro-Wilk test. The parent population is not normal. Means we have to go for non-parametric alternative of one-way ANOVA. Don't use one-way ANOVA. Use Kruskal-Wallis test. So the parent population is not normal. Here the normality assumption is not satisfied. Therefore, we have to use non-parametric alternative to one-way ANOVA, which is Kruskal-Wallis test. Now, Kruskal-Wallis test. To assign the ranks Rij to the observations Yij, construct the following table. So I had written test 1 marks here, test 2 marks here, and test 3 marks here. I denote this test 1 marks by Y1j, test 2 marks by Y2j, and test 3 marks by Y3j. Now I have to assign the ranks. First step of Kruskal-Wallis test is assign the ranks and assign the smallest rank. Assign the first rank to the smallest observation. So in this all these observations, the smallest observation is 51. So that's why I assign here rank 1. Next smallest observation is this one. So 56. So I assign here rank 2. Next smallest observation is 58. So I assign here rank 3. So like this, I assign the ranks to all observations. Come here. Here 64 comes 2 times. So it having rank 6 and 7. But don't assign the rank 6 and 7. Assign the average rank of this 6 and 7. So average rank is 6.5. So like this, we have total 17 observations. So last observation, highest observation is 100. So that's why we are assigning here rank 17. Take sum of the ranks. The sum of the ranks of this all this observation is 51. Sum of the ranks of all this observation is 28. And sum of the ranks of this observation is 74. So this is your R1 dot. This is your R2 dot. And this is your R3 dot. So after finding this, here there is a ties. So use the formula for ties of Kruskal-Wallis test. So before that, define the hypothesis. H naught alternative hypothesis is there is no significant difference between different test marks versus at least two test marks differ significantly. If this hypothesis is accepted, this means all tests are equally difficult. If this hypothesis is not accepted, this means all tests are not equally difficult. So there is a ties. So test statistics is this one. When there is a ties, test statistics of Kruskal-Wallis test is this one. So consider here S square. So S square formula is like this. Put all these values. Capital N is 17, so 17 minus 1 it becomes 16. Rij square means we had assigned ranks to observations Yij. Here, look at here. Take its square means 5 square plus 6.5 square plus 15 square plus 6.5 square plus up to 16 square. This means your double summation Rij square. And this becomes 1784.5. Here capital N is 17 and here it is 18. So 17 into 18 square by 4. So this is 1377. Solve this, then we get this one 25.46875 value of S square. Put this value of S square in this formula of H. Here summation Ri dot square upon Ni. You know N1 is 6, N2 is 5 and N3 is 6. And R1 dot is 51 means sum of the ranks due to first group, sum of the ranks due to second group and sum of the ranks due to third group. So R1 dot is 51, so 51 square, R2 dot is 28, so 28 square and R3 dot is 74, so 74 square. After solving this, after doing these calculations, we get the value of test statistics H is 4.9459. So we know this H follows chi-square distribution with A minus 1 degrees of freedom. So to find table value at level of significance 0.05, chi-square A minus 1 comma alpha is equal to A is 3 means number of groups are 3. So chi-square 2.05, this value obtained from table of chi-square distribution. So this value is 5.99. Now compare this calculated value with this table value. If calculated value is less than table value, then accept H naught, otherwise reject H naught. In this case, your calculated value is 4.9459 and table value is 5.99. So calculated value is actually less than table value. So therefore we are accepting H naught. So accept H naught at level of significance 0.05. So last conclusion is there is no significant difference between different test marks. What is the meaning of this one? If there is no significant difference between different test marks, this means the three sets are equally difficult. So this type of conclusions we can draw by using Kruskal-Wallis test. So Kruskal-Wallis test is used when your normality assumption is not satisfied, and when normality assumption is satisfied, then used one way ANOVA. So thank you.